Hello students, today we are going to start the practical number 3 for the subject 12 informatic practices. We have already covered the 2 practicals in this series. If you didn't watch, I recommend please go and watch on my channel. I have created this playlist for informatic practices class 12 practicals. You can find and you can watch these 2 videos, because in these 2 videos I have uh, discussed the how to create the series object, and another one is to calculate the percentile or quantiles, and we have done some practical on series objects. Okay, so it will be beneficial for you to go through these videos also. Now let me start with the third practical, that is it looks like a very big practical as we see the description, but it is very simple and very easy practical. First of all, we need to create a data frame. And that will contain some 3 columns: item category, item name, and expenditure of the items. Then this will be the data frame. We will see how to create this data frame using these 3 columns, and we will take some dummy data so that we can work with those. In the second part of this program, we will group the data rows by the category. Like you might have heard about the group by in SQL also. So similar way, we will group by the results of the data frame by the category. Okay, then we will print the total expenditure per category. Okay, so we will see this in detail. First of all, I would like to tell what we are going to discuss in this video. First, we will discuss the problem in detail. Then second, we will discuss the step by step solution of the problem. Then we will discuss the Python code, write the Python code, and then at last we will run the Python code, run code in Spider editor. I am using the Spider editor for writing the Python code. You may have different editor, so do the same thing in the different editor also, it will work. Spider editor I am using for demonstration, and I will do the demonstration of the practical on the Spider editor. So this is how we will do our things. So let's get started without delay. Okay, so I am writing the problem here. Create a data frame with 3 columns. Column name, one name will be the item category, second will be the item name, and third will be the expenditure. Then what we are supposed, then group the data by item category, and then display the expenditure, total expenditure by each category. Meaning of this line is that if we have 3 items in a category, then we will have 3 different items and 3 different expenditure. What we want the category name, and instead of in front of this we want the total expenditure on the items that are done. So first of all, I will create a sample data frame here so that you can understand. I am creating the data frame here. In the left side, it will be static with some dummy data. I am creating it. You may have some different data also, but for explanation I am using this data. So it will have 3 columns. What will be the column name? First column will be item category. Second column will be what? Item name. Third column is what? Expenditure. Okay, now we will have some data, like we have food category, and we have some data like biscuit. You might have different data, I am just assuming. Let's suppose 100. Then we have drink category. Let's suppose in which drink we have the Pepsi. We have some expenditure like 30 rupees. Or we have another category, let's suppose food category. We have some bread, and we have some expenditure, let's suppose 80. Then we have another category, let's suppose drink. I am taking some data randomly. Okay, let's suppose it is drink, and we have Coca-Cola. I have some data here. Then we have some category called sweets, and we have the data like Rasgulla. I hope you like the Rasgulla. And then it have some value, let's suppose 200. Now we have some another item, that is food, and that is, let's suppose butter. We have expenditure on butter is let's suppose 80. Now we have, let's suppose sweets again, and we have buttermilk, and we have expenditure like 300 on buttermilk, let's suppose. Okay, so this is the data given for time being. Let me draw this like this. So we have this data frame. This kind of data frame is supposed in this practical, and what is supposed in output. Okay, then only you will be able to do some. What is supposed in output? Output is supposed like this: item category, then you will have the expenditure, and here we will have the three item categories. Three item categories is what? One item category is food, another item category is what? Drink. We will have the three item categories, sweets, and in front of these he wants total expenditure done on the food category. How many rows are there which have the food category? 1, 2 and 3. Add these values: 100, 80 and 80. 80 or 80, 160, 160 and 100, 260. So he is expecting the output 260 here. Drink category, how many rows are there? 1, 2 rows are there. Data 30 and 100. So 130 he is expecting. Total expenditure category wise. Then sweets, how many rows is there? 2 rows. What is data? 200 and 300, that is 500. So he is expecting the output like this. Okay, he has given you this data frame that is named as sales quarterly. Quarterly sales of a soap is given, and he is want to calculate that how many total expenditure is done on each category. Okay, this original data frame might have the different duplicate items and duplicate categories. We want in this resulted table, what we want only item categories unique, and then their total expenditure, those items comes under this category. Okay, this is how we want the output. So you should understand first what is the given and what is the expected. Now to solve this problem, what we need to do, you need to understand in this practical itself is given that you will use the concept group the data by item category. Group the data by item category. So you will use the concept group by here. Okay, without group by you will not be able to do this. Okay, there is some way, but I will tell both the ways, but for now you need to understand what is data frame. So if you don't know the data frame, then there is no way to go ahead. You should understand what is data frame. Data frame is what? It is a two-dimensional pandas data structure that has some rows and columns. Okay, pandas data structure, it is a part of the pandas data structure that has some rows and column, and it is two dimensional. Okay, these are known as rows, these are known as rows, and these are known as columns. If you don't know, these are known as columns. Okay, so this data frame has how many rows? 1, the index will be like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many rows are there? Rows equals to 7. How many columns are there? 3 columns are there. We are not covering this that much detail because this is not a data frame class. You might have heard in your theory class about data frame. Now we will see. Now you know how to create this data frame. To create this data frame, you need to import the pandas library. So you should know how to import pandas library. Import pandas as pd before starting this program. If your computer doesn't have the pandas library installed, then you should install this library. You can install this library by using this command pip install pandas. Okay, so this is the additional information you should know, because sometimes students write the code and run and say, sir, that this is not running our on our machine. So this might be the reason I am just telling that you should ensure that pandas is installed in your computer and you have imported this library. Otherwise this program will not work, because data frame is a part of the pandas data structure, and pandas data structure is part of pandas library, and for that you need to install this library on your computer. Okay, now we come to the problem. Now data frame has some concept group by. Data frame has some concept group by. What is group by? Group by is a concept in which we can group the similar data under one category. Let's suppose I want to do, this is the data frame. Let's suppose sales quarterly is a data frame, and I want to group this data frame by that column name. We can group by any column name. Let's suppose if you group by item category, then unique categories will come into result of group by. Let's suppose I am grouping by item category column. Let's suppose I am just showing, I am not writing the syntax, I am just showing the concept how to do the group by. Let's suppose you want to do the group by item category, because before understanding this problem you should know the concept of how the group by works actually, otherwise you will not be able to do this. So let's suppose we want to do this data frame group by item category. If you know the group by in SQL, that is very similar to that, because data frame is similar to the table in MySQL or SQL database. So this is looks like a table only. Okay, it has some rows and it has some columns. Okay, so we are grouping this by item category. So how it will be grouped? Food category will be one group, because food category has the 3 rows. Another category will be what? Here remember that in result of group by, only unique values of the item category will be there. Then drink is a one group, and it has the 2 rows, 2 data set, Pepsi and Coca-Cola, and another one will become the sweets. Sweets will have the 2 rows. So these 3 groups will be created when you do group by on the item category. Okay, also these 3 groups will comes under like this. Okay, you can get the group individually. We will not go into that much detail because this will be a theory class otherwise. So food category, drink category and sweet category, if you do the group by using column name item category. Let's suppose I want to do the group by using column item name. Let's suppose I want to do the group by using the column item name. Then what will be the group? Because item name doesn't have any duplicate value, that's why each value will become a group. That's why each value will become a group, because if there are items that are repeated, then the group will be created. So here will be 7 groups will be created, because every value is unique. In group by result, the values will be unique. Okay, so one Coca-Cola group will be created, and another one is like Rasgulla group will be created. Okay, butter group will be created, and buttermilk group will be created like this. Okay, so my concept is like this: if there is a repeated value, then it will come fall under the one group. Like food will come under one group, all the rows that have the category food will come under one group, so it has the 3 rows, so it will have the 3 elements total. Now drink will come under one group, and it has the 2 rows, so it will have the 2 items in total. Now sweets have the 2 rows, so it will have the 2 items. Okay, so this is how the group by actually works. Okay, now we will see how to do this sum operation. Okay, how to do this sum operation. So for that I need to remove some space here. Okay, I am removing this also. This is not important. Okay, now let me do some. Let's suppose this is the table. Okay, now we have created the group using group by item category. Now we want to calculate the sum of the column expenditure. Then what we will do, we will fetch this group, we will do the group by and then apply the aggregate function. You know the aggregate functions? Aggregate functions are the functions those apply on some group of rows. Aggregate functions are the functions those apply on the some group of rows. Here food group has some 3 rows, drink group has some 2 rows, sweets group has the 2 rows, so we can apply the aggregate function here. What are the example of aggregate function? Like sum is aggregate function which total the values, maximum is aggregate function which find out the maximum among the group, minimum is the aggregate function which find out the minimum among the group elements, AVG is a function which find out the average, mean is a function which find out the mean of the group elements, mode is a function that calculate the mode of the group elements. So we want to apply the which aggregate function we want to apply. We want, as we know that we want the sum of the expenditures of the category, each category item. Let's suppose food category has the 3 items. I want the 3 items expenditure sum, so I will apply the sum aggregate function to solve this problem. Okay, so let me go into let me show the steps how can we solve this. I have explained the problem, I have told you how to solve this problem. Now we will see steps to write down the program. Okay, so we will see some steps here. Let me write down the steps. First we will create a data frame using pd.dataframe method. I will show how to create. Then what we will do, we will do the group by the column item category, because we want the total expenditure of the each category, because we want total expenditure category wise. Okay, so that's why we need to do the group by using column item category. Keep this in mind. Then we will apply the group by function here using group by function. Okay, data frame has this function group by. Now we will apply the aggregate function sum to calculate the total expenditure item category wise. Okay, so these are the steps, and last we will print the result. Okay, in this problem specifically asked, this problem should be solved using group by. Otherwise you can use the concept pivot underscore table to solve this problem. I will show you whenever I will write the code. You can use the pivot table method to solve the same problem. It will be a very long video, otherwise I would have been telling this also. Okay, I will write the code while I will be writing the code in Spider editor, so that if you know the pivoting concept you can easily get this. Now we will write the Python code. So here first we will write import pandas as pd. Then I will create some, I want to create this table actually. I want to create this table, or I want to create this data frame. Let's suppose this is the data frame. First column is item category, item name, and this is what expenditure, and we will have some data like we had in earlier, like we had the food, we had the drink, then we were having the food, then we were having the drink, like this. Okay, then we were having the sweets, then we were having the food, then we were having the sweets again, like this. Then we were having the biscuit here, then we were having the Pepsi. Data might be different, you may use any data, but keep in such that some categories repeat, otherwise you will not be able to see the effect of group by. Rasgulla, then we have the butter, then we have the buttermilk. Let's suppose we have this data. Now we have some value here. Let's suppose 100, 30, 80, 200, 80, 100, 300, like this. You have some data. Okay, so this data frame we want to create. So you should know how to create the data frame. You will use the 2D dictionary to create this data frame. So we will use the 2D dictionary like sales data. Let's suppose this is the sales data. We will create a 2D dictionary by using this. So we will have the key as a column name. So we will have item category, then colon, and then we will have the values. What values we have? Food, then drink, then we have the food again. So column wise data we need to pass, remember this. Then drink, this is the list of values. You should know what is list in Python. Sweets, food, and then sweets. So we have created this list. Then we will have the again another column, item name. Same way we will have the data for item name also. We will have the biscuit, then we will have the Pepsi, then we will have the bread, then we will have the Coca-Cola, then we will have the Rasgulla. So you can write like this, you need to write like this, otherwise it will not work. Then you will have the butter, then you have the butter milk. Okay, so I am writing here like this. Then again you will have the third expenditure. Then again you will have the values like 100, 30, 80, 200, 80, 100 and 300, like this you will have the value. Now you will close this dictionary. You will have the comma here, you will have the comma here, because comma is necessary, otherwise it will not work. This is dictionary closed. Now we will have the, let me use some small thickness. Now we will create the data frame using this. So let's suppose I am creating the data frame name is, let's suppose, sales quarterly. Sales quarterly is the name of the data frame, so I can create it sales underscore quarterly equals to which method we use to create the data frame, pd dot data frame method we use to create the data frame. I will simply pass this dictionary, and it will create this data frame for you, sales underscore data. This line, as soon as you write this line, it will create this table. Okay, so you should know how to create this table. Now which function we use to group by, we will apply the group by function. So sales underscore quarterly dot, we will apply group by function, group by, and what column name we have to group by as item category, because category wise we want to do the total expenditure. Okay, calculate the total expenditure. So I will find the item category here, so it will create the, this line will create the a group. Let's suppose this is group GDF. Okay, this will create three groups. One group will have category food, and another group will have, one group will be created, it will have 3 rows. Okay, because it has 3 items. Then one more group that is going to created, that is drink, it will have the 2 rows. Then we will it will create another group, that is sweets, and it will have the 2 rows. So this is how this group Y will create group. 3 groups will be created, and these 3 groups will have this, let's suppose biscuit will come under this category. So biscuit, then bread, then let's suppose butter, like this. Then drink category, what are these? Pepsi and Coca-Cola. So Pepsi will come here, Coca-Cola will come here. This is the group by result. This is the line that once we execute this line, the group will be created like this. Then we will have the Rasgulla and buttermilk. Like this you will create it, this group will be created. Okay, now what we will do, we will apply our sum function, aggregate function, to calculate the expenditure category wise. So we will apply this function like this, GDF dot, what we will write, first we have created the group, now we will write the column name, expenditure. This is the syntax. Okay, you need expenditure and then you will write dot sum. This is the sum. Okay, so what it will do, it will find the column expenditure, and group by result is having in this variable GDF. Now GDF will have this three groups, food, drink and sweet. It will find the column expenditure of each group and it will calculate the total expenditure. So how much the total expenditure done on the food? We have done on the food 100 plus 80 plus 100, so 280 is the total expenditure. So here item category will be there and here it will be expenditure. So this is the result will be compiled. Now second category, drink. Drink have the two items. So Pepsi have the total expenditure 30 and Coca-Cola on 200. So 230 will come here. And another category is sweets. So sweets category will have Rasgulla 80 and buttermilk 300. So 300 will be the total expenditure. So this line, as soon as you write this line, we will write this into some print line, print like this, and it will print the result like this. Okay, so this is how this concept will be work, and this is the code. Now we will go into the editor and write this code. Okay, so let me go ahead and write this code for you. Okay, let me start the spider. I have started this spider. Now we will create the data frame that is shown on the screen. First of all, we need to import the pandas as PD. If you don't have the pandas, please install it. Now we will create some dictionary that I have shown you. So it will be look like this. Okay, so the dictionary is created. I have typed this. First column is item category. We have the item category here. Then we have the food, drink, sweets, food, drink. All those values I have written here. Then we have the bracket and then we close this. Then item name, we have the biscuit, Pepsi, bread, Coca-Cola and buttermilk, up to buttermilk we have written here. Then we have the expenditure, we have expenditure written 100, 30, 80, 200, 80, 100 and 30. Okay, so this is the data frame. The dictionary we have created. Now we are creating the data frame. Let's suppose what was the name of this data frame? Sales quarterly. Let's suppose quarterly, name of the data frame. Now we can create this data frame using pd.dataframe. We will pass this dictionary sales underscore data here. Now what we will do, we will group by. We will use the group by concept. So we will group by what? Using item category column. So we will use this sales underscore quarterly data frame. Remember, we will group by on data frame always, not on the dictionary. Okay, otherwise it will be wrong. Sales quarterly dot group by. This is the group by function. Remember the syntax, don't include underscore here, otherwise it will be wrong. Then you will pass the column name. Column name here which we are using item category wise. Category wise we want to do the group, create the group, so we will do like. Okay, so here you can see whether the groups are created or not. GDF dot get group, GDF dot groups you do, then it will print. Let me print the data frame also, sales underscore quarterly. Let me run this for now so that you can see whether this data frame is created or not. First we will see data frame is created or not. Let me run this and expand it. Here you can see, by running this code you can see on the screen the data frame is created. Looks like what we have had in the example, like item category, item name, expenditure, then we have food, drink, food and all those things are populated, and 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 is the index number of the row, because column index is already given, row number index is not given, so it will be by default 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so far we have created the data frame. Now let's see how to do group by. Now we will do the group by this line, and let me see whether the groups are created or not. If you run this line, you will see 3 groups will be created. You see here on the screen drink group is created as we have shown here. Drink group is created, and then we have the food group is created, and then sweets group is created. So 3 groups are created as I have shown on the screen to you in this pink color. Okay, now we will do the apply the aggregate function and do the so let me find the result. Let's suppose result. I'm just creating the data frame, let's suppose. So what we do, GDF, then I will write the column name that you want to apply the expenditure column, that you want to calculate the apply the aggregate function sum. So it will return some data frame and it will print the total expenditure. So let me run this, you will be able to see it. Okay, we have made some mistake in the expenditure column. Expenditure, we have forgot N. Now we will run again. Here it is, you can see on the screen. Drink column how much, 230. Food column how much, 280. Sweets column how much, 380 total expenditure. As I have shown in the pink color calculation before starting writing executing, the same data we are getting. That means this is the requirement of your practical. Given this data frame, you are able to calculate the category wise expenditure, total expenditure. This is the thing that you can do using the group by. You can do the same thing using the pivoting also, and if you know the concept of pivoting, you can easily understand this. Otherwise you will be not able to understand this. Let me do it for you. So what we will do, let's suppose pivoted data frame. What you can do, you will do sales underscore quarterly dot pivot method pivot underscore table. If you know this pivot underscore table method, then only you will be able to do this. Index equals to which column we want to make the index, item category, and values we want from which column, expenditure. And what aggregate function you want to apply, aggregate function you want to apply is sum. Okay, you will pass the sum here, and you will print this data frame. It will print the same result. Print this, and let me show you. Oh, it will have the values. Okay, not value. So see here, item category, expenditure, drink 230, food 280, and sweets 380. Same result we got using pivot underscore table method also. So in your practical, it was asked to do by group by method. That's why I have shown whole thing analysis as per group by. Otherwise you can do it through pivot underscore table method also. We will do this method also whenever we got some practical regarding this. For now, just remember that you can do this through the pivot underscore table also. Okay, so that's all for this practical. I hope you understood all those steps. If you have any doubt, then feel free to ask me. Please note down this code and practice in your Python editor. So for now, thank you so much. See you in the next video or next class.